Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is vianney.strick. Thank you guys so much for being here. Today I decided to do this super dark smoky look. I tried to simplify it as much as I could so I can make it more beginner friendly, easier steps, less shadows. So I really hope that you guys appreciate that. I hope that I made it easy enough to follow and to recreate, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. It's a little red button right there. It's super easy to do and you'll become a part of my little squad that I just love so much. And if you want to know how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Hey guys, so let's just get started. I wanted to tell you guys what palette we'll be using today. So we are doing like a more beginner friendly fall makeup, and one of the palettes that we'll be using is from Deck of Scarlet. This is not like a sponsored video or anything, but they were nice enough to send me this. Pretty much what it is a subscription service for palettes that are made by YouTubers, or you know, the shades are picked up by different YouTubers, and it's every other month, and you can subscribe to this and get a palette every other month. So this is what the packaging looks like. This month the YouTuber that they collaborated with was Melly Sanchez, so here she is right here. I don't know her personally, but I do like her channel. She has a beautiful channel. You open it up, and not only did it come with a palette, but it also comes with a lippy. This is what the palette looks like. It has a sleeve, and it has two little openings. So the first are two lipsticks. It has three eyeshadows, a highlighter, and a blush. Pretty much it's like a one-in-all palette. You have your lippies, your highlighter, your blush, and your eyeshadows. So that's why I think this is so like beginner friendly. Again, it also has a mirror, because if you're a beginner at makeup, it'll be a lot better if you get palettes which have a lot of things that you need, so you don't have to go out there and buy a bunch of different stuff. And let me show you guys the lippy. It's actually dual-ended, so it comes with a retractable lip liner. This is what it looks like. And then the other side is like a chubby stick, and it's a lipstick. Again, this one's retractable as well. I think this is an awesome subscription because it kind of gets you out of your comfort zone. Typically, personally, I wouldn't go for all these colors, but I definitely like the color range, and I can't wait to see what I come up with. And also, it's just something nice to have, like come in every other month. It's just like a new palette that your favorite YouTuber chose. So you get inspired by, you know, the pics that the YouTuber used, and then you can also see what looks they created, so you get more ideas. For $29.95, this is the same or less price than you would pay for just one high-end product, so I definitely think it's a great deal. Also, if you are new to Deck of Scarlet, you can also pick your first palette. So if you don't like the palette that's out at the moment, you can pick the first palette, and they have a couple already, so you can just pick your favorite. By the way, this is paraben and cruelty-free, so that is awesome. And they were nice enough to send me a coupon code, so you can use the word silver, just like the color silver, and you can get 10% off your subscription. So definitely get your hands on that. So to start off, I'm going to prime with concealer. This is definitely a good beginner tip. You don't have to go out and get eye primer. I always use concealer, so I'm just going to dot it on my eyelids and blend it out with sponge. And I'm also going to set it with a translucent powder. This is the Coty Airspun powder. So I'm first going to go in with the shade Adorable, and it is actually a blush shade, but that's another tip. Guys, you don't have to just use eyeshadows for your eyes. You can use different makeup products for different parts of your face. So I'm first going to take the shade Adorable, and I'm just going to put it on my crease. I'm going to lightly put it because I definitely want to build the color up, since this is a dark color. And the reason why I'm doing my eyes first is because when you're working with dark colors like this, you don't want to get any fallout, and if you already have your base done, you have a chance of ruining it. So always start out with your eyes if you're going to use like darker shades. And then I'm going to take this shade Sagittarius, and I'm going to use a smaller brush. See how this is, it's still a fluffy brush, but it's a little bit thinner and a little bit more pinched, so it's going to be more precise. By the way, if you're interested in these brushes that look all like these are the new Wet n Wild brushes. I did do a video on that, and it's already up, so I'll link it up here if you're interested. But I'm first going to take the shade Sagittarius. Again, very lightly and make sure you dust off the excess. And I'm going to put it lower than my crease, and I'm really going to kind of smoke it out a little bit. So just make sure you don't bring it above the crease. That way we have like somewhat of a gradient effect. This is going to be a really simple way to get a smoky eye, because it's only, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only 4 steps to get a smoky eye. So just make sure you're building it up right under the crease, and like I said, right in the outer corner, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to do the other eye now. Always remember, go back to the first shade that you started with, whatever transition shade that is. So for me, it's going to be the blush, Adorable Blush. And just remember, always blend out all the edges. It's only one extra step and it'll make all the difference. See how I'm holding my brush all the way back here? It's because I'm using it with really, really light pressure. That way it really blends it out without expanding the color too much. To further out, make this more of a smoky eye, I'm going to take the shade New York. I'm going to take a small little brush like this. You want to take a smaller brush for more condensed area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack it on, tap off the excess, and I'm like just slowly going to put it on the outer corner. I'm not doing huge motions. I'm kind of just tapping it just because I want to slowly build the smokiness. And you don't have to go ham with this. You can just put a little bit and that's it, and then just blend it with the other brush. Tapping it in the outer corner. And then I'm going to go back with my blending brush and I'm just going to blend it out. And that is it, guys. That is how you deepen up that smoky eye. And then for the inside of our eyelids and also for our brow bone, I'm going to take the highlight. It's called Pinot Grigio, which is, I think, the perfect name for that. And with my finger first, I'm just going to put it on the inside of my eye, and then I'm going to go in with a brush just to get it more, defined. By the way, I'm using a flat concealer brush. That's going to be the best kind of brush to really pack on a shade inside your eye, especially a shimmery shade. Then, like I said, put it under the brow bone to really lift the brows and to highlight. So that is the eyeshadow look. I know it's a couple steps, but I feel like this is more of a beginner smoky eye because we only used like 4 different shadows. There's only a couple steps, and I feel like, if you just follow my steps, you could easily recreate this. And of course, practice makes perfect. I would wing it out with my eyeliner, but since this is more of a beginner-friendly look, I'm just going to use my e.l.f. liquid liner, and I'm just going to do a thin line on the eyes. Now, if you really are a beginner and you don't feel comfortable with lashes, just put some mascara and the eye look would be complete. Of course, we would finish at the lower lash line. But if you are a beginner and you're interested in lashes, I definitely recommend using lashes with a very, very thin lash band. That way, since you're not used to the heaviness on your eye, a really thin lash band is really gonna, make it really easy to put on first of all, and also it won't really weigh down your eyes as much. So I'll be using the Delarza Cosmetics lashes. I do have a coupon code if you're interested for 10% off. It's just VS10. But I'm gonna be using these lashes right here. This is the kind of lashes you want to go for when you're first beginning to do it. Okay, so eyelashes are on. Obviously they're very natural, so just remember, if you do want easy lashes to put on, get thin ones, but if you want to make it more voluminous, you can always go in with mascara, and just like your normal lashes, you can build them up a little bit. So I'm just gonna put some mascara on these just to darken them up a little bit. Alright guys, so we're gonna jump to the face. I do want to say, so far, I really like these eyeshadows. They're super pigmented, super blendable, and I love the the color. I really do. So let's just move on to the face. To prime, I'm going to be using my Milani Prime Light Face Primer, strobing and pore minimizing. Of course, if you have oily skin, use a more matte pore minimizing primer. I have normal to dry, so I like using a luminous primer. And for foundation, I'll be using the Clinique Beyond Perfect foundation. This is an awesome foundation. It is high-end, but it's on the more cheaper side. I mean, not cheaper, just more affordable side. And this is just an overall really good foundation. And it comes with a really easy applicator where you can just kind of paint it on your face. So I definitely recommend this foundation for sure. And I'm in the shade Golden Neutral. And to blend it out, I'm going to be using a foundation brush. Usually I'm more of a sponge girl, but this foundation I feel like is a little bit, not dry, but I don't know, a little bit less liquidy, so I definitely like using a foundation brush to blend it out. For concealer, I'm going to be going back to my Maybelline Age Rewind. This is in the shade Medium. It is what we use to prime our eyes, so I'm just going to use the same one to conceal and highlight. And also highlight the middle of your face just to bring more light and more dimension. And I'm just going to blend that out with my favorite sponge. It's the L'Oreal sponge. I actually prefer this over the Beauty Blender. So you don't need to go buy the most expensive thing, just find something that works for you. Now, like I said, if you are a beginner, I definitely suggest getting more like palettes, because that way you get more products and you kind of take away like the guessing game on like what would work out for you. So if you find yourself a good palette, then you have like an all-in-one. So to set my eyes, contour, and bronze, I'm going to be using a palette. This is the PUR Contour Diaries palette, and look how beautiful this is. Look at the packaging. PUR did send this over, so thank you for that. And this is what it looks like. So I'm going to be using that middle shade, this little banana shade, to set my eyes. Okay, that looks really pretty. And I'm quickly going to put some translucent powder all over my face, just because I don't want the contour to get muddy. So make sure you set your face with the powder, that way the other powder goes on smoothly. Now I'm going to take an ashy shade. Make sure you contour with a more like cooler tone shade, and I'm also going to bronze with this, which is more of a warmer shade. So I'm first going to contour. I'm going to be using a small angled brush like this, just to really get in the hollows of my cheeks. Ooh, this is really pretty. And I'm going to go up my temples and also up to my forehead. Now with a bigger brush, this is definitely more fluffy and dense. I'm going to take that warm shade and just bronze my face. Alright guys, so if you experience a lot of creasing around your mouth, you know, your smile lines, have no fear. Baking is here. I'm going to take my airspun powder and put it on the lid, and I'm really going to concentrate it on those laugh lines, and once it bakes, it kind of sets your makeup like extra good, and it'll prevent a lot of the creasing. So I'm just going to take a little brush like this and just pack it on. Okay guys, so to finish out the lower lash line is going to be super simple, just 2 steps. I'm first going to take the shade Sagittarius on a small little brush, and I'm going to put it really close to my lash line. And then I'm going to take a little fluffy brush like this and just take the transition shade again we use the blush as a transition shade, so I'm just gonna blend it down here. And that is it, guys. That's how you get a smoky lower lash line. Now for the inner corner, I am gonna go back to that highlight shade, but this time I'm gonna spritz my brush with some Fix Plus. You can use water setting spray, like whatever you have, and it'll just intensify the shade. So I'm just gonna do that and pop it on in the middle. Not in the middle, in my inner corner. Now if you want to make your eyes even more smoky, go ahead and use like a black liner. But if you want to make your eyes appear bigger, brighter, and a little bit more awake, which is my personal favorite, go in with a lighter lip liner or eyeliner. It can be nude, white, champagne. I like to go in with a nude one so it looks more natural. This is my favorite, is the Essence Easy Glide On Waterproof Eyeliner. And I'm just going to pop that in the waterline. And it's been long enough, you can just take off all that bakish. So for blush, of course, we're going to be using the blush in the palette. And again, this is the shade Adorable. And I'm just going to put it on my cheeks. It's a really pretty, like, super warm, dark, plummy, mauve-y shade. It's definitely one of my favorite blush type shades. And for highlight, of course, I'm going to go to the highlight in the palette, and it's Pinot Grigio. And I'm just going to take a small brush like this and just pop it on my cheeks, on my temples, on my forehead, on my nose. Ooh. Ooh, that's really pretty. That's really reflective. Wow, that was really, really beautiful. I definitely didn't expect such a reflecting highlighter, so I definitely enjoyed that. And for the lips, we have a lot of options. We have these two in this little lip palette, but I think I'm gonna go in with a double-sided chubby stick, but I'll swatch these for you guys if you are interested. Oh, whoa. So these lip products are super, super, super creamy, which is awesome. So just be careful. I kind of dug my finger in there a little bit too much, but let me just swatch these for you. The top one is Sasha and the bottom one is Maria. And then also, why don't I just swatch the shades that we didn't use so you guys can kind of get a feel for them. So let me just line my lips with the liner side of the double-ended stick. This is really nice, guys. This is really, really creamy. And it's really thin, so you can really get like a very detailed application, which I love. I love this color. The chubby side kind of looks really, it's like super moisturizing and it's reflective. I'm more of a matte lipstick kind of girl, but let's just see how this looks. Okay, it's definitely really, really dark. It's super moisturizing though. It kind of feels like, it almost feels like you're putting on lip balm. Like it's really comfortable, but as you can see, it's super pigmented. It's really pretty. Like I said, personally, I'm more of a matte lipstick kind of girl, so here's another tip for you. If you want to mattify any lipstick, just put some translucent powder on top of it. I'm just going to do it with my finger and just tap it on. Okay. Wow, this is really, really nice. Alright, and to finish up this look, I'm just going to set my face. Definitely set your face. It'll keep your makeup lasting all day, and also it will blend all the powders together so it looks more of a smooth canvas. So I'll be using one of my favorites, and it's super, super affordable. It's a Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. I changed my shirt because this came out a little bit more like cool tone and plummy than I thought. So I thought this would match a little bit better. But yeah, guys, this is how the look came out. I really hope you guys like it. I hope that I gave you guys some good tips. Obviously, this tutorial isn't for someone who knows nothing about makeup. Like, obviously you know a little bit, and I'm just kind of trying to give you like an easier way to do a smoky eye with less steps, and again, an all-in-one palette. So definitely enjoyed this palette. I definitely think you should get your hands on it if you're interested. I mean, like I said, this video is not sponsored, so these are my true thoughts of this palette, so yay to that. Yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I definitely want to do at least one Halloween tutorial, so I'm gonna get on that. And yeah guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope you're having an awesome day or night wherever you are, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!